Tonight on Ctv3 News, Independence Police officer charged with dangerous harm after shooting incident involving 24-year-old. Inferno engulfs belief it is Queen Street Baptist Church. Tonight on Ctv3 News, Independence Police officer charged with dangerous harm after shooting incident involving 24-year-old. Inferno engulfs believes it is Queen Street Baptist Church. Moses Shine Barrow leads appeal against court ruling in UDP leadership dispute. Elvia Vega Samus to run as an independent candidate for the upcoming elections. And Orange Walk Town Council receives a tar heating kettle from Prime Minister John Briceño, paving the way for enhanced infrastructure upgrades. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Friday, February 21st, 2025.
Escape to paradise. Centaur is giving you the chance to win an unforgettable getaway at the breathtaking Orchid Bay Resort. Picture this: a stunning beach and a relaxing poolside retreat. One lucky winner will enjoy an overnight stay for two, plus a delicious breakfast, all courtesy of Orchid Bay Resort. How to enter? Sign up for any Centaur service or stay up to date with your payments for a chance to win. Live raffle draw on April 16th on Despierta Belice show. Enter now to win with Centaur.
Vamos bien, vamos bien.
Calling all residents of Orange Walk and supporters of the People's United Party, join us on February 24, 2025 as we nominate our standard bearers for the Orange Walk constituencies: Ramon Monchi Cervantes for the North, Kevin Bernard for the East, Jose Abelardo May for Orange Walk South, and John Briceño for Orange Walk Central. We gather on Liberty Avenue at 9 a.m. sharp, where we will begin our nomination day parade to the Banquitas House of Culture, Sandy Hunter Library, and the courthouse, designated nominating centers. We invite every member of our party and all supporters to join us on this momentous occasion. Let us march together towards a brighter future for Orange Walk and Belize. Con el PUP, vamos bien.
Vamos bien, vamos bien, vamos bien. Let's go! Vamos, vamos, vamos bien.
Good evening. With your news also simulcast on Fiesta FM 106.7, I am Joanna Rodriguez. A police officer is said to be charged with dangerous harm after firing two shots at 24-year-old Emil Rivers on January 24th in Independence in the South. Today, Commissioner of Police Chester Williams confirmed that Officer Sheldon Arzu was suspended while the investigation proceeded and was charged today with dangerous harm. Campo Williams also confirmed that Rivers will face charges in connection with a separate ongoing case. A devastating fire swept through the historic Queen Street Baptist Church early this morning, leaving the community in shock and mourning. The inferno broke out around 4 a.m. shortly after a power outage that affected the city between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. Victor Kawo, a local resident, first reported the blaze at approximately 4:30 a.m. when he awoke to the overwhelming smell of smoke. The Belize City Fire Department responded swiftly, dispatching 3 fire trucks from the Belize City Fire Station and an additional unit from Ladyville Fire Station. Firefighters fought fiercely against the flames, managing to control the inferno. However, despite their rapid response, the damage was extensive, with both the church and its affiliated school
This morning, police got a call, as well as the fire department of the fire. They responded and they met the building engulfed in flame. I'm told that the building housed a school and perhaps a church, and there was a pastor who had care of the building, and according to him, he had left the place yesterday. Secured the place to have lights that comes on as night settles in, but one of the lights, I think on the southern end, was not working, and according to information, the fire may have started from there. So it is believed that the fire may be electrical, starting with the area where the light exists that was not working. But that is going to be confirmed hopefully today or next week by the fire department as to the exact area where the fire started and the cause of the fire.
As the community grapples with the aftermath, local leaders and residents are coming together to offer support and explore ways to honor the memory of the iconic church. It was a momentous occasion here in Orange Walk Town today as the Orange Walk Town Council received a significant donation of a tar heating kettle from Orange Walk Central Area Representative Prime Minister John Briceño. The specialized equipment will go a long way in assisting the town council in its work to manually pave major roads in our municipality. Orange Walk Town has been traditionally known to utilize manual paving as its main source of to carry out much needed infrastructure upgrades within the town for several years. The addition of this very specialized equipment will allow the town council to carry out this process more efficiently, allowing for more streets to be paved. This donation, according to Mayor Ladrick Shepherd, underscores the unwavering relationship between the town council and area representatives for the benefit of Orange Kenyans as a whole.
Now we look behind us and see this kettle. People might think that kettle to drink hot water or to make tea. It's not no kettle to drink no hot water to make tea. It's a working equipment. Where in 2025 the standard is huge. We've no more longer using that old routine that we used to. Guys, it's very hot. I won't take long. Yeah, it's the kettle is a very important tool, and I've been asking for it for quite a while. Honorable Kevin Bernard knows that for a fact that we wanted this to continue our work in the town. We have paved many streets manually. Now with this kettle we can do more. I've also pressured my entire team that we won't do only one street, but we'll do 6 streets per day. We used to do 1 per day. Now we're going to be doing 6 per day. I'm just joking, guys, but we'll use this equipment to continue the work. We're only remaining 37 more streets in Central, and approximately we're only remaining about 94 more streets in the East. We'll also be working with Honorable Monchi Cervantes in the North as well, too. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to say that we now have our final equipment in our grasp to continue the work for the people. This will surely benefit all the residents of Orange Walk to continue all the street works that they expect us to do. And I must thank the Prime Minister once again for giving this opportunity to let us have this equipment. It was the last time, and he did it very briefly. If I recall, it was a meeting about a month and change ago with you, and you said, get the machine, get it, man. If you really need to get it, we got it.
Former Mayor Kevin Bernard also played witness to the momentous occasion, which he says will boost the work started during this tenure and skillfully continued in the past 5 years.
I'm very much happy that the mayor has been able to get the assistance to have this very much important equipment. And as he mentioned, when the manual paving started, a lot of people haven't realized that if you drive on Mahogany Street, that's a manual paved road many years ago, and that street, not a pothole exists on that stretch of road because it was done by the same employees, a quality work. And so it is that type of work that, and I want to acknowledge the employees of the Orange Walk Town Council who continuously every single day carry on this type of infrastructure work. While it will always be welcome to see constructor works going on, this is what is the cost-effective method that the Town Council has been using for the past years. And Mayor, I must commend you for continuing that great work and your team. I think it's very important to highlight that. And so with this equipment, Prime Minister, we are adding another support to the Orange Walk Town Council in having them do the work more efficiently, much more at a faster pace, and so that we could see much more of these works being done. 37 streets in Central. You got about 45 or so in East. So let's get all of them together, and I thought we can accomplish that in this term. Working together, as I said to the Prime Minister, we as the Orange Walk East and the representative, we are committed to ensure we give the Town Council funding so that they could continuously get these streets work done. And we have agreed as well that we are going to assist the council in acquiring a compactor truck, and we are going to do our part to assist the municipality to ensure that happens.
Today's handing over, according to Prime Minister John Brisenia, falls in line with his commitment to working with the Town Council to support their efforts to upgrade the town's infrastructure one road at a time.
But this is a tradition from Orange Walk Town that started way beyond Mayor Shepherd and Mayor Bernard's time. Actually started way back from my uncle Polo days, when Polo Brisenia was the mayor. I still remember seeing the drum and then they have the firewood, they heat up the tar, and then they're spreading and paving some roads by hand. So it is a tradition from the Town Council for many years. And I think that our employees here at the Town Council have perfected that art that other Town Councils or even city councils don't know how to do. And we need to urge them and encourage them, Mayor, for them to come to Orange Walk to see how they could do it so that they could also help themselves. And they don't have to wait and expect that central government is going to do everything for them. If you could recall, we had a PUP Town Council from 2012 under Mayor Emeritus Kevin Bernard. And up to 2020, we were in opposition. But back then, the mayor, Kevin, did not sit back and say, oh, Central government don't want to do nothing, because they did nothing for us. Zero, absolutely no help, despite the fact they had the oil money, the Petro-Caribbean money, tax revenues. They did nothing for us here in Orange Walk Town. But despite all of that, Kevin then started off a plan which was a long-term plan. How are we going to pave all of the streets in Orange Walk Town? And we started up by identifying what are the main streets and said, okay, let's start to the main streets. So the main arteries. And I know that some PUP supporters were saying, why did you pave that street? Only UDP live there, we PUP live here, can't pay for the streets. And I remember talking to Kevin back then, and said, let's hold firm to our plan and let them understand that this is a long-term plan. It's not about paving streets where the PUP there, but paving streets where it is necessary, and then from that, we spread out to the rest of the town. And it is a plan that has been well executed, started out by Kevin and continuing by Ladrick Shepherd as the mayor. And now people are starting to appreciate what we're doing.
Prime Minister Brisenia today also made a commitment to help in the acquisition of a compactor truck for the municipality, along with the area representatives of Orange Walk East and Orange Walk North, Honorable Kevin Bernard and Monchi Cervantes, respectively.
get a pro forma invoice, what is the best price they could give us, and so that they could bring it and maybe with them, so that they don't change their mind, we could officially hand it over the pro forma invoice to you to say that we are going to commit monthly to pay towards this compactor truck. We need to keep our Orange Town very clean. I use the partnership that we area representatives have with the town council as an example for the rest of my colleagues around the country. I just cannot understand how the area reps always fight with the mayor and the council. And I always try to tell my colleagues, if your town council or city council look good, you look good. And if you look good, they look good. This is a partnership. One can look good at the expense of the other, because then it will not work. Then two of us are going to look bad. I tell that to Rigo Veos. I told that to Mayor Bernard Wagner in Belize City. And I like that Pablo Kawich has quickly learned. Initially, they try to pull back, and I thought, but we need to work together. And so in Bamopan, they are working together and to see that they could get more work done for their people. If a town council is serving its people properly, we benefit as area reps. Because when they know they go good, they come to us. It's a partnership. We're in this thing together. And so I want to commend Mayor Shepherd along with his councillors to be able to continue to strengthen that partnership that we have created.
Orange Walk's very own Sandy Hunter Library was in a celebratory mood today as it completes 89 years of service to our community. The event was commemorated this morning with a very special ceremony which saw participation of past librarians and benefactors of the library throughout the years, as well as Prime Minister John Briceño. The Sandy Hunter Library was inaugurated on February 23, 1982 by the then Prime Minister Honorable George Price. The library was named in honor of Alexander Sandy Hunter, who was the Minister of Agriculture and was a benefactor of the library building. Today's event was celebrated under the theme, Celebrating the Past, Inspiring the Future, which falls in line with the library's mission in our community.
"89 years ago, the library was founded with the vision of creating a space where knowledge, imagination, and community could come together. It's incredible to think of all the books, programs, events, and memories that have filled these walls over the years. From the very first day we opened our doors, we've been more than just a place to borrow books. We've been a sanctuary of ideas, a gathering of space for learning, and a resource for people of all ages and backgrounds. As we celebrate this incredible milestone today, we want to take a moment to recognize the past, honor the present, and look ahead to the future. We owe our success to the many individuals who have played a part in shaping this library. From the founders and early supporters to the dedicated staff, volunteers, patrons, and community members who continue to breathe life into this institution.
As a proud Orange Wakenio, Prime Minister John Briceño today reminisced about his days as a child when he enjoyed the services of the library, which was first located at the Town Hall building.
And you know that you get old when you could remember that you were using the library when it's over at the town council, at the town hall. That is where the library at one time was. And as a little boy, just like probably your age, boys and girls, you're sitting here, my brother and I, Jaime, we used to go there to the library. It was a small little room, just a few little books, and we were always looking forward to, there's this kind of thin little magazine called Student Scholastics. I think it's, I don't know if it's still around. We used to get that. We also look forward when they used to bring some old-time magazines. In Standard 6, we were getting the time magazines that are probably about 2 or 3 months old. And we happily reading those books, the magazines. I also remember the Hardy Boys series, the Nancy Drew series. We used to read all of that. But how times have changed, because now you kids, whilst I think it's important to come to the library, because now the library is more than just books. It's about having programs. It is where you can come and share your knowledge and learn. Back in those days, the library was just to be able to get a book, to be able to read.
With the age of technology now upon us, however, PM Brisenia today encouraged all young Orange Kenyans to take full advantage of the services of the library, which provides more than only books, as it is a hub for community connection.
But the library used to play a very important role for us as we grew up. It was a place where there was knowledge, where we could always find some magazine, even though they're months old, for us to be able to read and to find out what was going on. I want to encourage you all to be able to continue to use this library and to come not only to get books, but also to participate in the different programs that they have where you could learn different skills, and also to be able to interact with your friends. Our children today are not interacting enough with friends, with people. They interact with a screen or a TV or with your iPad, or your digital device, as opposed to be interacting with people. Nothing can beat that personal interaction with people and with your friends. So I want to encourage the parents also to support the Sunday Hunter Library by giving them financial support, materials for programs, and books that you don't have, that you don't need anymore, to bring it here to the library for us to be able to continue the good work of the Sunday Hunter Library. To me, it brings great memories, wonderful memories of, I almost want to talk about more of an innocent time. When you would just come here to the library to get books and to read and to exchange books. You try to hide the books so somebody else don't get it from you, so you get it first. All kind of tricks we used to play back then, tricks that we no longer are necessary because technology has changed so much.
As the library celebrates almost 9 decades in existence, today's event saw testimonies by Orange Kenyans who played a role in transforming the reading room to what it is today. One such testimony came from former senior librarian Rosita Kane, who dedicated 18 years of her life to Sunday Hunter Library.
I'm very proud that I have spent 18 years working at the library. I started at the town hall and we moved to Sunday Hunter. We had such little amount of books that we shared the building with the education officer and the teacher's library across us. And the first minister that brought like 10 big boxes of books was my cousin, Brisenia. Johnny's dad was the first minister to bring. I was stunned. He didn't mention anything. He just presented us with so much books. We had enough almost to fill the whole section of the library without the education, not counting the first part of the education office. When I walked back, after so many years back in this library, I was amazed and proud to see the advanced way they had this library. I'm really proud to walk in there and say, this is the Orinjoak Sunday Hunter Library. This is the way I dreamt having this library. And my history here was that I encouraged children to come, and I walked around the library checking that they're doing their work, that they're behaving well, and I even kept an eye out here when they were spending their time out here. And I think books are precious. And they will never go out. Picture yourself a day without electricity. You can take out a book and read by the sunlight. You don't need to charge anything to read a book. I don't think books will really go out of style. No matter what age you come to, part of our history, as I'm proud that Mr. Valdez brought up that we should write a history of Orinjoak. There are still old people old enough that they can relate to some things that we might be forgetting. And again, I want to thank everyone that is here to encourage your children to come because they are the future of tomorrow.
General elections are set to happen in less than 20 days on March 12th. These proceedings are expected to be different from previous elections with the emergence of different factions of UDP candidates as the party continues to struggle with internal turmoil. Commissioner of Police Chester Williams today confirmed that his department has set a plan in place to ensure the safety of all Belizeans across the country during Election Day.
Well, we are prepared. Elections and Boundaries had a meeting, I think, on Wednesday to discuss the issues or strategy as it relates to elections. From a police department standpoint, we have put together our elections order, having received the different polling stations. And we're doing election briefing across the country, making sure that police officers understand what is going to be their role and expectations on election day. Our duty is to make sure that the election goes through free and without any hindrance, and we are prepared to do so. We work in tandem with the Elections and Boundaries Commission. They set the rules at the polling stations, and we just are there to enforce or to act in support of them. And that is going to be how we're going to police this election as we have done.
Are you concerned about the risk of violence with the plurality of UDP candidates, because you will have multiple people claiming they're UDP and it lends itself to friction?
Well, of course, we do have that in mind, to look at the different factions of the UDP and what they're going to bring, not just from the UDP, but we also have the gang issue in certain areas of Belize City that we also have to make sure that we are prepared to police. We don't want that people goes to polling stations to vote and then they become victims of crime. So we are looking at the entire dynamics to make sure that everybody who wants to go and vote can do so in a safe environment.
Coming up next, Corozal Citizens Advisory Committee advocates for community safety. Stay tuned.
Attention all residents and commuters of Orange Walk Town. A significant improvement is on the way. Starting February 3rd, works to concrete the intersection at San Antonio Road and Guadalupe Street will begin. This essential upgrade is expected to take a few weeks to be completed. During this period, district buses from Belize City and Corozal reaching or leaving the terminal will be rerouted through Queen Victoria Avenue into Cinderella Street and Dunn Street. We kindly ask for your cooperation and understanding as these necessary improvements are made to enhance our community. Your safety and convenience are our top priority. Thank you for your understanding and patience during this time. The Orange Walk Town Council, moving forward, one town, one vision.
Escape to paradise. Centaur is giving you the chance to win an unforgettable getaway at the breathtaking Orchid Bay Resort. Picture this: a stunning beach and a relaxing poolside retreat. One lucky winner will enjoy an overnight stay for two, plus a delicious breakfast, all courtesy of Orchid Bay Resort. How to enter? Sign up for any Centaur service or stay up to date with your payments for a chance to win. Live raffle draw on April 16th on Despierta Belize show. Enter now to win with Centaur.
Really? You not switch yet? No what? I tell you. I don't.
You used to call me on my cell phone, late night just to stay in touch. Call me on my cell phone, cause our connection used to mean so much. And I know when that thought line bling, February's got that love to bring. Yeah, I know when that thought line bling, Smart is giving you everything. These days all I do is want wonder if you're still connected with somebody else. Wonder why you're missing out on what's best for yourself. You could have had more, but you're still stuck with them. You don't need no one else, you don't need nobody else. So it's time to switch up your brand, cause Smart's the best in the land. They got the top speed and the best service for your phone. You should just switch to them, it's smarter, no one else. You used to call me on my cell phone.
Moses Shine Barrow, alongside 4 senior members of the United Democratic Party, has formally filed an urgent appeal against a recent court ruling that dismissed their bid to imprison fellow party member Tracy Tigger Panton for contempt of court. The appeal is directed at a decision handed down by Justice Tawanda Ondora on February 14th, which not only dismissed Barrow's application but also imposed legal costs on the appellants. The background of the case stems from a contentious leadership dispute within the UDP, which is facing critical timing with the March 2025 elections approaching. Barrow, along with fellow appellants Michael Perryfeet, Shari Medina, Alberto Agas, and Ugo Pat, argue that Justice Ondora misinterpreted an earlier ruling regarding the status quo, and they contend that this interpretation should have effectively affirmed the Barrow's leadership role within the party. In their appeal, the group asserts that the ruling delivery by Ondora did not fully account for the political intricacies surrounding the UDP at this pivotal time. The appellants expressed concerns that the judge overlooked key implications of his decision, which they argue could destabilize the party ahead of its electoral campaign. Notably, the appeal highlights that the judge did not solicit illegal submissions on what constitutes contempt of court. As a result, the appellants argued that significant issues concerning their case were left unresolved, warranting urgent intervention from a higher court. The group is now seeking to overturn the original ruling and secure an interim non-disclosure order. They emphasize the necessity of expediently addressing leadership disputes within the UDP, stressing that clarity in leadership is essential as the party gears up for its forthcoming electoral battle. As tensions rise within the UDP and the deadline for the elections looms, all eyes will be on the court's response to this appeal. The outcome could significantly impact not only Barrow's political future, but also the overall stability of the UDP as it approaches one of its most crucial moments in recent history. Fea Garcia Ramirez is no stranger to the political arena. In a convention last year, she bested first-time Minister of State Elvia Vega Samos in a blowout, securing the position of PUP standard-bearer for Corozal Bay. Garcia Ramirez is focused on bringing development to the Bay. In an interview with Ctv3 News, Garcia Ramirez says her work began even before she became the area's standard-bearer and had now strengthened to full gear. With the general elections nearing in March, she is now on the campaign trail. We caught up with her today and she shared how the electorate has been seeing her candidacy.
So we're meeting at the park at the basketball court. The idea behind it is that it's a very short campaign. Prime Minister gave us just about 30 days. We are about 20 days out. It's going to be very hard to meet everyone one-on-one at their homes. It's very hard to reach them. Sometimes when we go by, for whatever reason, people aren't home, they may be working, they may be doing their daily activities. So we wanted to try to give another opportunity by sort of zones, by sections. And so this is one of 3 neighborhood meetings that we're trying to have in order to give people a chance if we didn't get to meet.
Garcia Ramirez says she has learned much about politics from her father, a well-known figure in the Corozal community.
My dad, what he's taught me more from telling me, but more from what I've been able to experience from him, is to have a lot of patience. I tend to try and get everything done all at once, and my dad, has taught me by showing me to have lots of patience. Get everything done, yes, but pace yourself. Don't get you know, very, very, very desperate about doing stuff. I wish I could be as cool as my dad is. It's probably going to take a long time of trying. But he has certainly been an encouraging force in my life. I wouldn't just say in the political path.
With much work ahead, Garcia Ramirez says come nomination day scheduled for Monday, February 24, 2025, she will march proudly to the nomination center.
Well, to the Corozal Bay voter, I am inviting you to come out on Monday to join me and my team as we walk to the library to get nominated. I want to tell you we're going to have some music, we're going to have positive vibes, good energy, positive energy. That's the way the campaign is being run.
But what about the opponents vying for the very same seat in Corozal Bay? Earlier today, former Minister of Government Elvia Vega Samos announced her candidacy to contest the scheduled upcoming general election 2025 as an independent candidate. On the other hand, Hernan Riverol, a seasoned custom broker at the northern border, first raised his flag as the UDP standard bearer under the Shine Barrow tent. However, in a bold, surprising move yesterday, Riverol appeared at Team Tracy Panton's UDP press conference where she announced her slate. We asked Thea Garcia Ramirez what her thoughts were about the ever-growing political surprises in Corozal Bay.
I believe for me, it is important to be consistent, to being loyal, to being very steadfast. And I think that those are qualities that Corozal Bay can count on, and they can get them from me. So, you know, whatever is happening on the other side, we don't have time for that, Elmer. We are very busy. We have tons of things to organize now and after elections, because I am pretty sure that PUP will once again claim Corozal Bay. We are working very hard. And so whatever happens there, I do believe I saw something on the news that UDP has now issued a statement, or one of the UDPs has issued a statement that he's no longer a candidate. So I really don't know what's going on. It's all a big confusion, and we just don't have time to unravel that right now.
In a united effort to enhance community safety, the Corozal Citizens Advisory Committee convened today at the Corozal Town Council Conference Room. This gathering aimed to discuss future initiatives, introduce new members, and solidify the committee's ongoing collaboration with the Corozal Police Department. The Corozal Citizens Advisory Committee is composed of dedicated volunteers committed to addressing pressing issues within the district. At the forefront of today's meeting was Superintendent Elroy Carcamo, officer in charge of the Corozal Police Formation. He emphasized the importance of teamwork between law enforcement and citizens, offering a detailed presentation.
The Citizen Advisory Committee is a committee that was formulated some years back within the police department, and it is part of the strategy to work along with different agencies within the community to see how best we can come together, identify problems that we're facing, and see how best we can solve it. The police is the lead in this committee, and I came here since April of 2023, and since then we have been working along with our advisory committee here. But we have seen where we need to revamp and expand when it comes to the community members with different agencies. And so today the meeting that is being held here today is to sensitize other agencies to come on board to work closely along with the police and the committee that has been set in place to see how best we can put things together and work together to minimize crime and violence and enhance the quality of life for a safer Corozal district. Very much happy to see that we managed to get different partner agencies involved from the different departments, government and non-governmental department. We even have members from the Public Service Union here. It shows a lot members from the the political side from different areas were invited to come on board, because it is not much of a political thing. It is getting the community to work together to benefit the community. Several issues were brought up, several things was put to the table, and I had advised the members here that as being part of the committee, we will sit down and we will discuss and see how we can get the agencies who are responsible to deal with these issues that was brought up, to see how best we can do that together and build back Corozal to make it vibrant.
The chair of the committee echoed the sentiments of Carcamo, highlighting the significance of their collective work.
Well, currently we, as I mentioned prior, we are trying to get individuals from different sectors to join us so that we can go ahead and improve the process that we take for decisions making, and also for improving the communication. The police department works with other different sectors and departments within the community, and sometimes due to lack of communications, tasks are not accomplished or they are delayed. We're trying to improve that by having that communication being improved and having more of a direct access to these individuals who play major roles within their community or their departments, or an individual. But in all, the advisory committee is open for who would like to apply, who would like to be a member, and individuals who essentially want to make a difference within their community. We have an executive committee. However, within that executive committee, we also have subcommittees which play major roles in being able to provide what is it that we're trying to accomplish.
The Corozal Citizens Advisory Committee is part of a broader initiative that includes similar groups in Belize City, Orange Walk, and Cayo. And there is more news after the break. Stay tuned.
Escape to paradise. Centaur is giving you the chance to win an unforgettable getaway at the breathtaking Orchid Bay Resort. Picture this: a stunning beach and a relaxing poolside retreat. One lucky winner will enjoy an overnight stay for two, plus a delicious breakfast, all courtesy of Orchid Bay Resort. How to enter? Sign up for any Centaur service or stay up to date with your payments for a chance to win. Live raffle draw on April 16th on Despierta Belize show. Enter now to win with Centaur.
Get the most out of your internet with Centaur's ExpressNet. Are you ready to supercharge your online experience? When connecting to your Velo Mesh device, make sure you're linked to our blazing fast 5 GHz frequency. Why 5 GHz? Faster speeds at a shorter range. 5 GHz is perfect for use in smaller spaces where speed is your top priority. As for the 2.4 GHz, while connection may travel farther, it can lead to slower performance. Remember, choose 5 GHz for your devices and experience the difference instantly. ExpressNet, bringing you the best speeds for the ultimate online experience. For more information, contact us at 380-0101.
There is no doubt that sports can help children develop physically, mentally, and socially. This is the mission of the Community Youth, Children and Sport, a branch under the Roman Catholic School Management. This year, the Corozal branch held a tournament and at least 24 schools across the district, including non-Catholic schools, participated. It all began in November, and today the last match was played on the football field at Mary Hill RC School in San Andres Village, Corozal. After the final game was completed, a special program was held to celebrate all the winners. Children held their banners and shouted for their winners. Leading first place for the boys was Concepcion RC School, while second place went to Shunush SDA Primary School, and Caledonia RC School took home the third place. For the girls, the first place went to San Narciso RC School, second place for Louisville RC School, and third place was secured by the Corozal Church of Christ Primary School. From Mozart Flowers was the total success.
Today, as you notice, we see the trophies in the back and the medals. We are in our final. This is the final game. Our game started from November, and now we are just ending up in the final. So today, after today, we will have who is the first place winner, second place, third place, and fourth place winners.
I would imagine these are all schools of Corozal.
Yes, they are all schools. SICAS is actually a Catholic organization, but we invite other schools to participate as well. We have Adventist schools, we have Church of Christ, and we have other government schools that comes in this tournament as well. This year we had 24 male teams participating. That means 24 different schools participating, and we had 12 female teams participating. That means 12 schools that are participating.
So those schools who did not participate this time around, what do you want to tell them?
Well, SICAS is always open. We are always here to bring the children together. Part of our mission is making disciples through the use of sports. So this is what some of the things that we do. We do sporting events, we do teachers training, we work with kids, and we do it on a holistic approach where everybody can come enjoy themselves. And it's something spiritual. We teach spiritual and moral values as well.
My understanding is that you had 3 sponsors during this time around.
Yes, this year we had 3 sponsors, and I would like to thank Centaur, because Centaur is sponsoring the female first place. We have Mayor Rigo Veos is sponsoring the second place, and we have also the St. Francis Xavier Credit Union sponsoring first place for the girls.
The tournament was sponsored by Centaur Communications, Mayor Rigo Veos, and the St. Francis Xavier Credit Union. The Ministry of Education, Culture, Science and Technology has signed 2 contracts with Digi, the national telecommunications company, for the continuation of the Connect Ed program, which provides reliable, high-speed internet access to schools across the country. The ministry supports the program's success in 213 schools nationwide, which will be expanded to include 70 additional schools, enabling online connectivity for educational purposes. Once the expansion is fully implemented, 78,000 students and 4,500 teachers will benefit from this initiative that connects computers to the internet and minds to possibilities. The signing ceremony commemorating the continuation and expansion of the program took place at Our Lady of the Way Roman Catholic School in Ladyville Village. As part of the ceremony, the school also received a donation of 21 Chromebook computers from the ministry. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Monday, February 24th here on Ctv3 News and Fiesta FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3belizenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/ctv3belizenews or our YouTube channel at Ctv3 News BZ. From all of us here at Ctv3 News, have a safe and pleasant weekend. Thank you for watching and listening. Good night.